Be selfish. Being selfish is a more evolved value and principle to operate from. And let me explain. Most of us, probably for most of our lives, if not our entire lives, we've always been told, I think in the so-called civilized world, we've been told the opposite, to be selfless, right? Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. Put others first. Put yourself aside, and open the door maybe for someone. Right? This idea, and so I'm going to explain what it really means to be selfish. The highest value, at least for me, is to be selfish. And what if my success was contingent upon your success? In other words, if you don't succeed, I cannot succeed. And so if I take this seriously, and I believe that, then I need for you to be successful. I need for you to be successful because my success depends upon your success. And so this is really what it means to be selfish. And there's so much dialogue and conversations around race. A lot of different, hot topics, but race is discussed very often. And there are no races, okay? There is one race. There is a human race. Even though it's, for whatever reason, not politically correct to say it this way, it would be more accurate to say that there are different tribes. However, especially in the Western world, we've been ingrained to believe that we are sophisticated and we are civilized. The idea of tribal is sort of primitive, as if that's a bad thing, which I don't think it is. To be primitive is to be natural. However, the point being is that we're not raised to speak about tribes, right? We're raised to speak about races. And that's a diversion. That's a misinformation. There's simply a human race. And what I've realized is, what is the objective of the race? Now, growing up, I always thought, well, the object of the race is to win. However, there can only be one winner, right? So almost everybody is not going to win if that's the objective, is to win. So if you get second place, you're still great, but you didn't win. So actually, the primary objective of the race is not to win. The objective of the race is to finish. And so, extending that idea, a human race. For the human race, the objective is to finish. What does it look like? Well, I don't know, because I'm not there, right? We don't know. If you're in a race and you've never done it before, right? Or you haven't the experience, well, you just have to put one foot in front of the other and keep moving forward and just repeat and repeat and repeat until you eventually reach and cross the finish line. And now the race is over. And so the race is still going on. And what I believe is that the human race, the objective of the human race is to finish. And I also say that we don't achieve the objective unless everybody finishes. So my very survival depends upon all of humanity being able to cross that finish line, wherever and whenever that may be. And it's in front of us. And so that is what it means to be selfish. And so with this mentality, the strongest and the brightest in society, well, if you're the fastest, right, or you're the strongest, or you're the most powerful, you're out in front, but you don't get the prize until everyone else finishes. So what is the strategy? The best strategy is you actually have to go behind, and you have to help those who are not strong. So if you're strong, it's not about, oh, you can press this weight, or you can pull this weight, or you got this muscle. Yeah, I used to think in those terms when I was a much younger person, but that's a very superficial form of strength, and it's a useful, right? Stronger is better, for sure. However, if you're truly strong, you're going to use that strength and lend the hand to someone who maybe is not strong, right? And now you are really providing service, really providing value. And so to be selfish is to understand that you want for others what you want for yourself. And in fact, your success is dependent upon the success of others. And that's the opposite of divide and conquer, which is the status quo. It's actually about unification. It's actually to understand that there's all one, and we are all connected, and there's individual differences, but the law of individual difference is an aspect of life, right? No two snowflakes are identical. No two fingerprints are identical. But we cannot be distracted by those essentially insignificant and unimportant differences, right? And so don't be distracted by the machine and the media that is constantly throwing distractions and constantly getting us to want to argue and bicker about the perceived differences, right? Oh, it's election season. It's, I hate that person, but I hate that one more, right? And, you know, we represent this, and they're not on our team. We're on our own team, you see. So there's no difference. There's no difference, right? You can be black or brown or yellow or red or white or some, you know, other color. You can be tall or short. You can be fat or thin, right? You can speak one language or another language, and you have different color eyes, you know. But the thing is if you were living there, you would be following those customs. Okay, if you were born in Kuwait, you're not going to practice the same religion as someone born in Oklahoma. Okay, so food for thought. And so, in summary, be selfish, and with that, understand that your success depends upon the success of others. And when we all understand that, we all can be of service to each other and one another, and we help ourselves by helping others. Peace.